Welcome back, guys. We're going into the final hour here. Steven, please tell us more about this contraption.
All right, so the floor has sunk about 10 feet down, and it's revealed all of this electrical, and machinery work underneath Nicodemus's house. And in the middle of it is this pillar, which rises up to support the pedestal that was in the center of the room with this device at the top of it. And it has all sort of unfolded outwards into a kind of an antenna array. And there's a bunch of like blinking, scintillating lights all along this thing. And you notice that over towards the back where the alchemy set used to be, there's actually a staircase that descends down into the depths. And he calls back up. He says, "All right, everything should be fine now. You can come down here, and one of you can try the device."
Right.
When you say try the device, Nicodemus, do you mean like actually speak to the dead? Is that what you...
Well, yes, in theory.
That's the expectation.
That's the expectation.
Yes, I will.
Excellent. Come down here, Amelia. Now, here. And he like holds up a big metal sort of headpiece that's trailing all sorts of cables and wires and stuff. And he says, "Now you'll need to put this on your head so that the datasphere can read your memories of the person that you're trying to contact, and it can use that as a key to access the ambient data stored regarding that person's life. There's some disagreement among scholars as to whether you're actually speaking to the deceased or merely speaking to an artificial intelligence replicating the mannerisms of the creature. But I'm sure that's neither here nor there."
All right, I put it on my head.
Excellent. Now, who are you trying to contact?
Renton.
All right. What was your
course.
relationship like with Renton?
I would say that it was kind of like a brother and sister relationship without them actually being blood related in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly, sort of bickering at each other's throats, not always, one wanting to go one way, one the other way, but somehow they always come to a compromise.
Yeah.
So, the way that I would see it personally is like the relationship that I had with like my little brother as a middle. So I would guess that it was a
Slightly
bit like
protective.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. How did you meet Renton originally?
Well, originally, the story is that we just had like two nanos that came together to just go after artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just both looking for like forbidden power artifacts specifically for nanos, and that's pretty much what they spent all their time doing. So it was a long time ago, almost 10 years.
Was it in a galaxy? Anyway, never mind.
No, it wasn't.
JP. Yeah.
It's all right. Disney
and
owns me. I
keep
can't
it-
get sued.
The other thing too is that like the last artifact that we were going after, that we both realized that only one of us was going to be able to go after it. So that's how this whole thing happened in the first place, is that we both like went for the artifact.
Yeah.
And I awoke in his body, and my body was lifeless.
Yeah. I mean, did you consider it a betrayal that he was trying to go for that artifact
No.
at the same time you were?
I was going for it as well.
So you
I
sort of
wasn't going to
knew,
let him get it.
even though he was like your younger brother to you, and you were like his older sister to him. Even though, like, you both knew that when push came to shove, you were each going to try to do what you could.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Okay. And like, tell me a little bit more about the night that you and he met Daisuke.
So the night that we met Daisuke was actually a night where we were about to give up. The two were about to like give up on finding this guy that apparently knew about one of the forbidden artifacts. And after looking for him for almost 2 months, we stumble into a bar where we find an old man who basically toys with us for the evening. And only after buying him a number of drinks and quite a bit of food, we find out that he himself is Daisuke. And
Mhm.
it's just, that's the first time we realize he's all about games.
Yeah.
But that night he did tell us about the artifact. And
What
that
did
was that,
Daisuke look like?
like an old man with a Fu Manchu, like a white Fu Manchu beard. Um, Definitely very mysterious, and everything is funny to him that he says, but I don't think it's that funny.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you put on this helmet, and Nicodemus goes over to the device, the center pillar in the device, and he inserts his fingers in like what looks like an old radial telephone sort of interface, and he just turns, and you feel this as all of the hairs on your arms and like on the back of your neck all stand straight up. And you feel this presence sort of probing into your mind and flowing through your neurons. Do you allow it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm impulsive at this point. Like, my curiosity has the best of me.
Yeah. And it sort of seeps through your body, through your mind, and then it retreats. And then you hear a voice play over a number of the loudspeakers that are all arranged around the room. It says, "Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Who is that?"
It's
Your
Amelia.
voice-
Is this Renton?
Amelia? Who is this? This isn't Amelia. Why does your voice sound so familiar?
I'm sorry, it must be confusing. Is this Renton?
Yes. Yes, it's me, Renton.
We're like talking to each other in the same voice. Renton, this is Amelia. I don't know what you remember, or even if you do at all, but I exist in your body.
In my body. I remember you. And hunting for artifacts. Amelia, we were going to rule the world together. We were going to find power that no other Nano had ever found. What happened to us?
When we both touched the artifact that Daisuke told us about, I woke up and I was in your body, and I assumed that you were in my body, but when I went over to attend to you, my body was lifeless.
Yes, I remember. A flashing light and a searing pain, and then nothing. Until now. It's all so fuzzy, Amelia. I have a hard time thinking. What has happened to you?
Life has gone on, Renton. I travel with 3 new adventurers, comrades, and they do aid me on my quest for artifacts. But you know, I've had some interesting travels, as I travel with someone who knew you at one point.
Knew me? Someone who knew me?
Yes.
Who is that?
I assume no, I'm talking out loud, right? Like everyone else is hearing everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Pocket.
Pocket.
He goes by the name Pocket.
Amelia, be careful of Pocket. He and his father will stop at nothing to accomplish their goals. They are greedy, greedy men. I know him. You should be careful.
Do. You know my boot when it went up your ass. Hey, dead guy. And I just
Can he hear us?
Yeah.
I just smoke a cigarette. I smoke a cigarette and laugh in the corner.
Pocket, you asshole.
What?
And
what was that?
You thought you could get to the artifact before us. Well, I guess you were wrong. So, at least my death did a little bit. At least my death served some small purpose in this world to deny you your deepest wish. Good thing, too. Turns out it wouldn't have been so great, I guess, huh?
I remain completely silent.
Be careful, Amelia. And Amelia, one more thing. Daisuke.
Yes?
There's more to him than meets the eye. After we left, I kept an eye out on the horizon. I think I saw him following us.
When we went to the artifact?
Yes.
Well, what do you think his intentions were?
He seemed to be... It was strange, Amelia. I don't understand. He was such a strange old man, but he seemed to be studying us. Watching. He had a notebook. He was taking notes. He had binoculars that he was watching us through. I feel like we were some kind of experiment to him.
Do you think he's the reason that you did not wake up in my body?
I don't know that, Amelia. I would suppose it's probably just the way the artifact works. Maybe he knew it. Maybe he was testing it out on different people. Who knows? It certainly seemed like maybe he was testing it out on us. I think he's not just a crazy old man, Amelia. I think...
Question, Retinol buddy.
Yes, Pocket.
From your recollection, which one of you touched the device first?
Fair question.
I cannot remember.
I don't remember.
I feel like I might interject here. Perhaps your Fu Manchu'd friend was testing it because whoever touches the device is the one that loses their body. And perhaps Renton got there first and beat you, Amelia. And that's why he's gone and you still alive.
It could
That's
be.
why he doesn't want to touch it. Just saying.
It could be.
Agreed.
Continue with your reunion.
Renton, we may have had our differences, and I do apologize that our actions together may have, well, frankly, did end your life. But know this, although my quest for artifacts continues, I will find Daisuke, and I will make sure that he is served a nice, healthy serving of justice.
Be careful, Amelia. There is an organization in this world that experiments with artifacts from the past. They are powerful, and they are numerous. You do not want to make enemies of one of the Aeon priests.
What is the organization?
The Aeon priests, Amelia.
The Aeon
priests.
And immediately
Aeon,
Nicodemus says, I think that's the device is running out of power. Yes, I see that there's a problem over here. Let me just try and fix it.
Who is the leader of the Aeon priests?
So are you going and like blocking Nicodemus?
No, I'm trying to help Nicodemus.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, absolutely. He looks at you and says, yes, thank you for your help.
Renton.
Amelia, no, AAA. Please, simply hold this.
Renton.
And Renton sort of says, the Amber Pope, the Amber Monolith. And all of the lights go. The device stops functioning. You planned that,
Steven.
What?
Let's shit.
I planned that? What an accusation! I can't believe this.
Monolith. He just wants us to go to this amber monolith so we can then destroy another thing in the world.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
That's life. Is this was this like draining on me at all?
Emotionally, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Not like
I'm still alive. It
not
wasn't that
magically.
emotionally draining.
Yeah.
Although I do obviously take it off with some concern as I just kind of let my thoughts float to Daisuke and the organization and the fact that we've already learned about the Aeon Priests, and in fact we know that Nicodemus has communicated with them. So
Yeah.
heightened alerts.
So
everyone.
like Nicodemus is sort of like bustling around trying to like look
I'm
very
still
busy.
holding the thing he told me to hold on to.
Yeah, it's sort of sparking.
And I'm kind of
I,
like glancing. I'm kind of glancing at Pocket every once in a while.
Nicodemus is
Thinking
like,
about what
offer-
it was
Brenton
very
said.
interesting. Let's just put this all away. And he starts
No,
like,
no. You promised me I could talk to my father, old man. That's what you told me.
You did tell him.
We're fixing this machine. And I offer to use my engineering skills to help him fix the machine.
Nicodemus looks at you. He says, "The machine is broken." And he pulls a lever, and the floor starts going and raising back up.
I pull a dagger and assault him.
Okay.
I pull a dagger right to his throat and say, "It's not."
Would you make an
Let's fix it.
intimidation check with your might?
Oh, snappy snaps.
Jesus.
It's not.
Nope. XP.
Instead of a
Use an
knife,
XP.
he pulls out his
Oh, yeah,
finger.
you're spending XP.
Nicodemus.
I'm spending XP on this. I'm spending XP.
Oh.
Okay, that's good enough. You hold your knife up to his throat, and he pulls out like another Numenera device that looks like a taser, and it snaps on, and it goes, and he tries to like stab it into your neck, and just like very casually with your other hand, you just backhand it straight out of his hand, and it flies, and it lands on the edge of the platform as it rises, and the platform just like crunches it in half as it settles into place in Nicodemus's floor, and Nicodemus says, "Ah, yes. Pocket, I did promise you that, did I not? Well, very well." He goes back over to the center, cranks the device, the floor lowers back down once again, and he grabs the cable back from AAA, plugs it back in. Everything just immediately turns back on, lights power back up.
I look at Amelia because I'm like, did he purposely pull that as soon as he was mentioning Amber Monolith? Because Nicodemus was talking about the Amber Monolith before.
Nicodemus is an Aeon priest.
Yeah.
So first off, is the machine still okay, or do I need to like do the once over with my engineering to make sure it's good?
You can
I do
it
that?
if you're curious.
I'd like to do a once over and make sure that it's good. So I use my engineering to make sure everything's okay with it.
All right, sounds good.
Great. All right, do I roll? Just roll for it?
Yep. Are you spending effort or anything?
Sure. Why the hell not?
Okay.
Yeah, let's make this happen. I want to talk to Daddy. God. Nope, it's happening. It's using XP. F it.
Please roll another one because it would be hilarious.
No.
Roll it.
Hold on.
Are you rolling?
Do it.
He's nervous.
God.
Oh man. Okay.
Do you have more XP?
Like you give it a once over, and you think everything is okay.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So from your
There's some
knowledge of
secret
engineering,
typing going on
from your
here.
knowledge of engineering, everything should work out fine.
Okay, let's do it. I put on the hat.
All right. Nicodemus sort of looks at you with fear in his eyes, and he says, "Are you ready?"
Whatever. Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna glance at Amelia again and then move my way over to her.
I'm not feeling Nicodemus. The dude is shady. Shady trouble.
So he sticks his fingers back into the rotary dial, and he turns it, and the device hums on, wah, and you feel this presence start flowing along all of your neurons, and Nicodemus says, now, who are you trying to speak with?
My father.
Yes. Yes, of course. Simply fix your thoughts on your father, and the device will do the rest of the work. And the device hums for a moment, and then a voice comes on. Hello?
Dad?
Hello? Who's this?
It's Pocket. Who is this?
Pocket. My boy. Hello?
Mama?
Yes. Yes, Pocket. It's your mother.
Where are you? Where's Dad? What's happening? What is going on right now?
I don't know where I am. It's dark. I can't see. There's no sensation at all.
Are you okay? Where? What? Talk to me. What is happening?
Yes, Pocket. Everything's fine. Pocket, what happened to your mom?
I mean, a long time ago, my mom died, and hold on, let me find my backstory here. What happened to my mother? So she died. My dad was a big explorer and architect, very Indiana Jonesy type, and he dragged me along on all of his adventures, on all of his, explorations. And while we were gone, my mom died, and my dad became obsessed with finding a way to bring her back to life. And that's why after her death, he went cuckoo and dragged me along on all of his adventures, trying to, we explored everywhere. We were on one such adventure trying to find something to bring her back when we stumbled across Renon and Amelia. And so I've sort of had to live a life of just, scrapping to get by. The only education I have is what I learned from my father and his coworkers and other ragtag people that were on his misadventures. And my dad sort of went around and constantly tried to find an artifact, and in the end it was an artifact that ended up killing him. And my mom is still dead, so pretty big. I haven't really heard from her in a while, so I'm a little like, Mama.
Okay, yeah. She tells you that she's fine, that she doesn't have much memory of anything that's happened very recently. How long has she been dead?
Oh man, I think it was 15 years.
Yeah.
Since she died.
Well, she's just overcome with emotion at hearing your voice, Pocket, and she's delighted to hear that you're well. She asks you what you've been up to and how you're doing.
I lie to her and say that everything's fine, and that I have a nice group of friends, and that we've been, I've been talking with a nice girl. And I just want her to know that everything's fine, and I miss her so much, and I just want to see her again.
And she says, "Oh, my Pocky, do you have a girlfriend of Pocky?"
I say I do. She's got long dark hair. She wears beautiful belts around her. Look, Mom, she's hot. She's very, very hot.
Oh, Pocky, I don't need to hear about all that, but I'm glad you're happy.
And the entire there's a tear, there's a single tear, and I'm just overwhelmed with emotion, trying to fight back, and it's almost like even my lies aren't very good lies, right? They're like kind of half-hearted, shitty lies.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that I'm trying to cover stuff up while talking to my mom. It's obvious to everyone in the room that the things I'm saying are blatant lies.
Right. Well,
Well, we know
mom.
that they're lying.
Well, of course but I'm just saying, like you can tell, like, oh, okay, this guy's really, all of his facade of being a badass liar is cracking right now.
Yeah. Well, your mom, she appreciates that you're lying for her. and she just wants you to be happy, Pocket.
I sort of like under my breath say, you know, we'll see each other soon, and then I tell Nicodemus to shut the machine down.
Yep. Nicodemus turns the dial the other way. The machine goes, shuts down. All of the lights turn off. Your hair lies flat on your skin again, and Nicodemus takes the helmet off your head, hangs it up, and says, "Shall we adjourn to the upstairs?"
No. I turn to him and I just punch him in the face.
Ooh.
And I say that wasn't my dad.
Okay, so you just like sock him. He goes crumpling to the floor. He like holds a hand up to his face. And his nose is bleeding. Yeah.
No. I yell at AAA and I say, "Leave him alone. He's got more explaining to do than just what the hell that was. What's going on with the priesthood? What is up? We need answers now." And as I say that, I take my level 3 poison and wipe it on my dagger and threaten him.
Awesome. Like, we're totally into this, but I feel like it's the perfect place to cliffhanger. So I think if we did shout outs, then we'd be at our 4-hour limit, and then we can find out what happens with Nicodemus next time.
Sounds good.
Man.
Shit.
Nicodemus.
Cool. I actually took a backseat approach to that, and it was awesome because I just got to listen. Because my character is probably just like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is going on? What are you doing?
What the fuck?
Talk to dead people?
Yeah. He's just over in the corner just having a panic attack to himself. It's great. Let's do some shout outs here. Steven, why don't you start us off?
Oh, man. Well, this was a really fun episode for me, you guys. So thanks for playing.
We made it through it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The internet cooperated.
You survived.
Yay.
I had so much cool shit down in that dungeon. And you guys melted it to slag.
It's because we didn't go down the crack.
I mean, in all fairness, I would just like to remind everyone that every half a second we had to make speed rolls to see if we were gonna just fucking spontaneously combust.
Yeah, I was.
I don't know how the hell we would have done anything.
JP was dying.
I was 9 points away from death. So
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
rough.
I was pretty beat up there
two
too.
points of speed and 7 ints, so I don't know how it works, but
yeah, that's 9 points away from dying.
Yeah.
Faux show. Good. So yeah, I had a great time. You can follow me on Twitter and on YouTube at Silent Osiris, which I think is on the screen wherever that is, because JP usually puts it on the screen because he's awesome like that. And if you like role-playing games, you should totally check out the show that I do with Adam Coble. Being Everything Else, the VODs from yesterday's show are now up on my YouTube, so feel free to check that out. And we play Swan Song on Monday. Is that right, JP?
Yes, at 8 Eastern.
Sweet. And I'm super excited to play more of that, so I'll see you all there.
Cool stuff.
That's it for me.
Maggie, do some shout-outs.
Oh, you guys are awesome. This was cool. I'm glad we got to play more of it. I'm really sad about last week, so this made up for it. Oh, so cool. You guys can check out all my stuff, margaretcrone.com. All my social networks, Margaret Crone. Super easy to get in touch with me. I also help develop quite a few games. If you're interested in EverQuest 2, PlanetSide 2, all that stuff, definitely check it out. And that's all I got. Hopefully you guys are having fun and hang out with us next week.
Cool stuff. Wheat, do some shout-outs.
I don't help develop any games. I just play them. And I'm going to be doing some of that tomorrow. I'm stoked. I'm going to go check out Guardians of the Galaxy. And then afterwards, I hope that you'll join me for probably catching up on whatever the hell I haven't played in the last 3 weeks. So you can find me at just wherever and add djWHEAT at the end. And that will usually take you to my page. So thank you guys for coming out again. I did have fun. You guys gave me my 4th win of the day, so thank you. I appreciate that, and I'll probably just pass out now after this.
Yeah.
Either that or I'll go binge watch Eastbound and Down because like Amazon Prime members, now you have access to like everything except for Game of Thrones from HBO. So if you have the Prime, grab the app. You can watch it on the web, like everything. If you've never watched The Wire, watch. If you've never watched Oz, watch it. If you've never watched 6 Feet Under, watch it. They're their classics are there.
There you go. Last but not least, Jesse, do some shout outs.
Yo, I'm going to spend the next 15 hours working, getting stuff ready so I don't have to do anything while I'm away. And hopefully YouTube will work itself out. And that should mean that on the channel, everything will be just like normal, except I won't be there. And it will load automatically. And you'll be like, he's so good at putting out content daily. And I'll be like, ah, ha, ha, I am passed out somewhere in England. And that's it. That's it.
Short and sweet. Short and sweet. Cool. Well, we'll be live tomorrow at 3 Eastern with Roleplay Vigil. And then tomorrow at 8 Eastern, we'll be live with Roleplay Solemn. And then Monday is Roleplay Swan Song. So there's a lot of role-playing to be done. Also, keep in mind...
Vigil will be my first one.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be Maggie's first
nice.
Vigil.
Good luck.
I'm a little nervous.
She's taking over
It'll be
Neil's
fun.
spot. Should be a lot of fun.
It'll be fun.
Steven, is that the link to the...
You bet. Reddit Q&A. Just dropped it in chat.
I'll put that in the chat here in a sec.
Yeah.
Oh, you already did it. Okay, cool. That's it. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I'll do the rest of my shout-outs after we close out the show. So we will see you guys next time, whenever that is. We're going to try to do some shows while Jesse is in London. Who knows if the internet's going to hold up? We don't know.
We'll see.
We'll
Crossing
find out
them
then,
fingers.
as will you guys. We'll see you guys later. We're out. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Toodles.
I love you.